are the Boston Celtics the team to beat in the NBA right now? Jones, I'll start with you as our resident Boston fan.
Yeah, 100%. The Celtics are literally top 10 in like almost every category right now. They're second in points per game. I want to say what rebounds. They're number one in the league and averaging that. They have the best net rating. They have the second offensive rating, fourth defensive rating, fourth loose ball per game rating. Teams that typically get most loose balls as a coach, that's big. Winning those loose balls battles, and they're doing that. They're doing that. I don't know. I like him, and they look really good. It looks like Tatum's definitely blossoming into like everything that motherfuckers been bagging on him about and that he hasn't been doing. We had a couple clips of him going downhill, getting to the cup instead of settling for dumbass jump shots. So Celtics look really good, really, really good.
Jones, Celtics are looking good. Ty, who would you say is the team to beat? Is it the Celtics?
We've seen this story before. These guys don't phase me, Regular season doesn't count with them. It's what they do after or during and after the Eastern Conference Finals. That's all I'm concerned about with them. One I think people are sleeping on is the Sixers.
You think so?
Sixers are good, bro. They only lost one game this year. Tone's been talking a lot of shit about Joel, but because in fantasy he was ass in week 1 or whatever, but he's averaging 32, 11, 6, and 2 blocks. They're just playing a lot better, and I think they're playing this well with enough, cap space and fucking trade and assets to trade for somebody. And I don't think they need another superstar. I think they could go out and get 2 solid ass pieces and really turn this shit up. They're a defender and a bench scorer away from being one of them, like the team to beat, not a sleeper.
I like that. I like everything you said about them because they are really nice and really good. And Tyrese Maxey, I love his game, and I think he's definitely gonna win MIP. You don't think so?
No,
you don't like Tyrese Maxey?
No, he doesn't like that you vouching for the Sixers. You have to stay with Boston, buddy.
I'm a Boston fan, but I'm gonna give motherfuckers flowers and credit.
That's not. I'm not.
That's
not what I said, Jones.
But nevertheless, nevertheless, though, they are really fucking good, and I do like their team. I think their team is way better without James Harden, in my opinion.
And when I came in here a couple weeks ago and said, get rid of James Harden and we'll watch Tobias fly, I'm just.
We don't care about Tobias, bro.
You have said that Ty didn't.
He's been hooping.
I said he averaged 20.
Oh, Tone. Then Labs must have been screaming or something. I didn't hear you.
Good chance, bro. We don't care about him.
20-6. Every time you look up, he's got a 20 ball. Get James the fuck out of there. So
that's why he averages it.
Bet the house on him getting 20 next week.
I think I'm scared.
Yeah, bet 550 on it. Put 550 on it. Put 550 on it.
Tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. Let's do it. Let's rock.
I'm not doing it, but you can.
So who you who you guys a team to beat in the NBA?
Denver. Hey, until proven otherwise, I think they got to be the team to beat. They have the best player in the NBA. I'm going to say the best player in the NBA is on the Denver Nuggets. That being said, if Jamal Murray can't stay healthy this year, then they're not the team to beat. He's already down with the injury. Hamstring, groin, something. He's going to be out for a while. So right now, they're still holding their own with Jamal. They can hold their own without Jamal. Get him healthy. They got a lot of pieces out there. The thing about them is they don't have all the names that a Boston might have. They don't have Tatum and Brown and Porzingis and Drew Holiday, all the names. But they have a lot of players that play their role well. Another team that's off to a hot start this year, I don't know if they're the team to beat per se, but they're off to a really great start, and they got a lot of good players out there is the Mavericks. And anytime you can put two talents like Luka and Kyrie on the same basketball court, you got a chance at winning basketball games. And they really solidified the paint with Lively. Like I've already talked about, he's a great addition to solidify the paint and defensively. Then you got some guys, some role players on that team. Tim Hardaway's doing his thing this year, coming off the bench, scoring a lot of points for him. So they're not the team to beat, but they're a team to watch.
I was going to ask you about the Mavs and if we believed in them or not. Luke is playing out of his fucking mind. How can he be so good? And the only reason that Jason Tatum's not going to win MVP probably in his career is because Luka Doncic and Jokic play in the league. And it's unfortunate because Jason Tatum is really him right now, averaging 30 and 8. And of course, we're only 7 games in or whatever.
And don't forget about Embiid too, bro.
Oh, and Embiid, like Jason Tatum
Redding
has
MVP.
a lot to work through. And I feel bad for you, Jones, because you probably never see it in your lifetime.
But MVP.
What?
I said, I ain't tripping on no MVP. I would just love to see him get a ring.
Ty, because Tone wasn't here when we had this conversation, and I just need to bring it back, and then we're going to get out of here. Listen, was Jones not cussing us out about all he needs is the MVP and blah, blah, blah. Was he not going absolutely nuts? And now he's
now it don't matter. Now it's all about the ring. No, hey, two things. Number one, my GOAT not having a ring is crazy. Let's start there. But number two, to answer your question, Al, I like Dallas. I like him a lot. I love him. I don't believe in him.
That's how it goes.
We've seen this story before. Like I said, by saying Luka's playing out of his mind. Hey, check the numbers. He's playing out of his mind last year.
All the time. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just what he does.
Mm-hmm.
His numbers don't look a lot different from last year. Yeah. They are off to a hot start, but with basketball, if you're not a Dallas or I said Dallas, Denver or a Boston or one of them top teams who we know is always going to consistently be the 1 and 2 seed.
Mm-hmm.
It's about when you get streaky. And I really hope they don't waste their streak on the beginning of the season going 20 and 4 or something like that. And then ending the season, going under 500
again. Yeah,
so
I agree with that. I think we need Luka in the playoffs. I think we need that.
I like it because they. Kyrie came in mid-season last year, so they had a whole off-season to really build that chemistry between the two of them. It's hard to come in mid-season and really just hit the ground running, especially with two superstars like that are so ball dominant. So I think we'll see a better version of them this year because they had that off-season to gel together. And they brought a guy, Grant Williams, in. I think he's a big piece for them.
Unfortunately.
I think bringing Grant and Lively in, Ty?
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah. Agreed.
But I'm sorry, I keep going. But do you think they still win? Like, Kyrie's obviously a big part of that. Do they still win with him putting up 20 a game?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the
thing. I think 20 a game is a good complementary piece to what Luka's doing right now.
Yeah, complimentary, but that's Kyrie Irving. I don't remember the last time he averaged 26, 27. That's it. I
think Kyrie, I think what we know about him is he can take it to a different level in the playoffs too. We've seen him different times throughout his career take it to a different level in the playoffs. So I think that's the value you get in him.
Yeah, but I feel like when he was on that, with the Cavs and shit, when he turned it up, it was like he needed to turn it up. You know what I mean? But like they couldn't have. How am I trying to say this? It's like Like, I think they're playing well with him scoring 20 a game, and I think that they'll be successful if he just manages and it's like, hey, Luka, do your thing. But if they get to the playoffs and he's like, okay, I need to turn up and I need to score 30,
Yeah.
I don't think that's gonna fare well. But I don't
Grant
think Kyrie
Williams
has
from
it in him
Buffalo?
to not try to show out in the playoffs.
Right.
That's my only thing with him. I think he's gonna when the lights is on, Kyrie tries to show out every
That is
time.
crazy to think
He's
he's
still
gonna be
getting shots up too. That's the crazy part.
Mhm.
A number
It's not
that's-
like he's just shooting a really low percentage right now. I think that
Mhm.
comes around.
And the number that stands out to me is his assists. I mean, he's averaging the most assists he's ever averaged in his career. So that could be
Right.
making for the 20 because he's actually looking for
Icy
guys
hot.
now.
His role's to be a real
Ice
point guard there.
Yeah. He doesn't have to carry.
Yeah, so I could see if he continues to get, I mean, even if he bumps that number up to 10 assists, I mean, I could see him being a 21, 22, and 10 guy and them being actually probably better. Because, I mean, with Luka being so ball dominant, you still getting 10 assists as the second guy on the team, and Luka's getting 10 assists too. That's pretty good.
Mhm.
That's pretty good.
I think one team we definitely need to mention is the Milwaukee Bucks too. mean-
Nobody said anything.
They're pretty solid inside. I mean, any team is going to have a hard time getting to the basket with them. You're going to have to outshoot them to beat them. And then they got Dame now, which is kind of crazy, I feel like. Their other guards aren't too great. But, I mean, they got two sets of brothers that are pretty good. I mean, Giannis and Thanasis. I mean, together they average how much? No, I'm just playing. Robin. They got Robin and the other Brooke. They got both of
Did they
them.
have Robin in that too?
Yeah, he was on the team last year.
That's
They're,
nice.
they're,
He don't play though.
they're so good
That's nice.
inside, bro, and they could shoot.
They are,
I think they're going to be tough in the playoffs this year.
for sure.
If you have Dame on your team, it's going to be tough. Dame with
We got the highlight reel of Thanasis.
We need it.
Wait, what a highlight.
We
So
need
that
it.
should be
We need it.
13
Did you see the clip of
seconds.
him?
A highlight is crazy. A low light, maybe.
can
It's the
send it
low
to you.
light for sure.
I can send it to you right now because I
What he
have
did
it
in
in my
a minute and a
recent.
half span was the craziest thing I've ever seen on an NBA court.
Hey, I've never seen this on Twitter before. I've never seen anybody say this about anybody, bro. But a nigga posted his low light and said, "Is he the worst player in the NBA?" I've never heard anybody be called the worst player, like legitimately the worst player. Bro, he might be the shittiest player in the NBA, bro.
No, he literally
Honestly, bro.
is.
I just wonder how he got like his brother really strong on them niggas into the league. Both of them.
Hey,
niggas.
you're gonna play him. I think the other one's on the team too, bro. That is crazy.
There was so many more good free agents than that nigga.
It had to be. It had to be.
Fuck free agents. There's better high schoolers,
Facts.
college from D2,
Better people in the
D3,
G
NWAC
League.
players.
Go to
He's
Rutgers.
getting $2
Hey,
million.
there's better players at LA Fitness than him.